Hey guys, this is Chris again. If you're out here looking for property, if you're trying to buy something in the next 9 or 90 days, you're looking at some new construction opportunities, feel free to reach out. There's some great opportunities, incentive programs, interest rate buydowns, a lot of stuff most people don't know about. Most of these realtors, they're out here selling just resale properties. They're not even focusing on a new construction. I'm a new construction specialist as well. I'm a savings specialist as well. There's a lot of stuff that we can go after that could save you excessively. Most people are looking at new construction, they're like, oh, these builders, they're not the same. Well, most of them are. At the end of the day, concrete block is concrete block. Most of these structures are block, and then they get braced down so the hurricanes don't blow them away. So they get strapped to the ground and strapped to the foundation, and then you do your trusses. So most of your pretty much shells are the same thing. So your block is the block, your concrete or solid poured, and then they get strapped down, and then you have your truss package that goes on top, which is your roof and your wood and all that stuff that secures that all gets strapped down to the block. So everything gets secured to the ground. So, you know, in the state of Florida, because of the hurricanes, etc., all that stuff matters. So what ends up being different is going to be some of the finishes, some of your elevations. Elevation means the front of your house, the way that they look. So you see that you got the 3 windows here. You're going to have like little siding structures here that's made out of concrete there and there. So when you look at those things, that's called your elevation, the different features on the front of the house. So what you'll see here is that the elevation is a little different compared to this property and the other properties that I'll share with you today. But the solid structure, the concrete block, is all the same. So, you know, your block's gonna be solid pour, your structure's gonna be solid. The finishes on the interior are still gonna have your insulation, it's gonna have your electrical, it's gonna have your drywall. You know, all that stuff is gonna be on the interior. But guess what? All that gets finished the same, depending on the colors you paint, the cabinets you put in. Those are the finishes, you know, the finished touches, the lighting, the cabinets, how they finish it off, the flooring. Is it tile? Is it marble? Is it carpet? You know, your kitchen, is it cabinet? Is it white? Is it brown? Your granite, is it corian? Is it quartz? Is it granite? You know, those are the things you're going to look at as the finishes. So we'll walk through this property. I'll give a little bit of highlights on it. I just want to let you see the structure, but most of the structures are identically the same on the exterior. So you look at the exterior, they're mostly your blocks and everything like that. The different changes are going to be your elevation. Your lot is what matters most. Do you like your lot? Do you want a lake view? Do you want a preserve view? Is it a pie lot? Is it an oversized lot? Those are the questions you need to look when you're looking into new construction. What's nice with new construction is most of these properties are covered under a 1-year warranty. 1-year bumper to bumper warranty. That's including your cabinets, that's your any features that have dings, dents, scratches, the foundation cracks, your tile pops. Your appliances are usually going to be covered under a 1 or 2 year warranty. Air conditioner is going to be covered under, if you're the new buyer and it's new construction, it's going to be covered under a 10-year manufacturer warranty. You know, so when you're buying new construction, these are the features you're looking for. What do you get for what you're purchasing? You know, because most of the new construction is similar. So what are you going to get out of these new constructions? So, you know, you're going to have a 1-year bumper to bumper warranty. You're going to have warranty on all your scratches on the walls, your paint. You're going to have a 10-year warranty on your HVAC. And then you're going to have a structural warranty per Florida statute. It's going to be a 10-year warranty. You know, your roof is going to have, you know, sometimes even a 50-year warranty depending on the shingle. You know, it really depends on what your roof. As long as no storms mess it up, they're warranted for at least 10 years, you know, depending on from the manufacturer. Some of them are 5. It just depends on who the builder was and what their warranties that come with it. But most of that stuff through the manufacturer are warranted as well. Now here we are, guys, walking through this property. Like I said, after you build the foundation, build the structure, you know, everything else, all the finishes are the same. Guess what? Concrete block's still gonna have mortar. Concrete block's gonna be solid poured. Your drywall goes up, you're gonna have mud tape finish, and then it's gonna get textured, ready for paint. You're gonna have all your fixtures, all your lights. You're gonna have a scuttle hole to get into the attic to be able to review some of that stuff in here. So when you're walking, all your electrical and all your stuff's gonna be right here, and sometimes in the garage, sometimes in the laundry room. Everything comes in here. The majority of these builders are using a lot of the same subcontractors. So all the work and the finishes are roughly the same quality. The only thing is gonna be some of the finishes, you know, so walking through this property, you're gonna see the differences. The different finishes are gonna be the same. You're gonna have your trade ceilings. All your outlets are gonna be piped in. You're gonna have your vents. You know, as you're walking in these properties, you're gonna see, you know, most of your windows are gonna be located in every room. All your plugs are gonna be down on the bottom. You know, so when you're walking through these properties, the drywall goes up After that, you got all your electrical is going to be in there. Your insulation is going to be inside there. So usually it's just the finishes. And at the end of the day, it's going to be your finished quality is what's going to be left. Finish these properties. Once they put the drywall in, mud tape, then what they'll do is this room's not even been mud and taped yet. So they'll be in here today, mudding and taping these seams, okay? And then everything gets sanded and then it gets painted. So after all the finishes are done and there's no blemishes on the wall, then the bathrooms go in. So when you look at some of this raw construction, these are piped in for sinks. So you'll have 2 sinks and a vanity there. You're gonna have your sconce lights there. They have this all secured for wet board. So this is gonna be a shower. And you're gonna be piped in for a shower head there. And then your fixtures are gonna be right here. So your fixtures are gonna be there. And then they're gonna do the pour on the floor. And then you're gonna have your drain pan put in. So when you're looking at new construction, there's a few things that you want to look out for, and you want to look at the foundation, make sure there's no huge cracks, But at the end of the day, the majority of the stuff's going to be inspected multiple times. It can be inspected by multiple inspectors. You got the electrical inspector. You're going to have the city HVAC inspector. You're going to have the mechanical inspector. You're going to have, your regular builder inspector that's going to oversee the foundation and the structure. Your structural inspector. So all that stuff is going to be done by the city. And then when you get to the end, you're going to do an inspection anyways, which I highly recommend you do an inspection, because then you're going to have your own third-party inspector come through, peel this place back and give you pictures and give you what their suggestion is on the repairs that may be needed prior to closing. So once you have that stuff, you can submit that to the builders usually, and then they'll go through with that list and bring everything up to par to make sure that your inspection report meets expectations. So there's no issues going into closing. Everything is brought to code. So when you're looking at new construction, what's nice about that stuff is you have 10-year warranties, 1-year bumper to bumper, and all those extra things that you don't have to worry about. Your roof, your HVAC, your broken appliances, all that stuff is protected. And then you look at the incentives you can get. We can go after some of the incentives in new construction and non-new construction with interest rate buydowns, closing cost credits, negotiating on the purchase price, getting you all those home run deals going into new properties. Savings Specialist Group just wanted to touch base with you and share this floor plan with you. This is a sunset floor plan. It's a gorgeous floor plan. If you're looking for new construction and you're looking to get the deals, you're looking for the savings, the interest rate buydowns, the closing cost credits, you're looking to save excessively, this is one of the floor plans we can go after. Multiple different communities have this floor plan. It is a sunset floor plan. It is a beautiful floor plan. It's just under 2,700 square foot, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths with a den, or 4 bedrooms if you choose to. Open concept, gorgeous, quartz throughout, white cabinets throughout. I'm gonna take you through this property, let you see some of the details and the finishes in this. This is a home run floor plan. It's a beautiful one. There's a couple of different layouts that we can share with you. If you have any questions on the new construction and different stuff we can go after. But let me show you this property. Like I said, I showed you the other new construction property earlier, but look at the finishes. When they bring it all together after they get the concrete block covered up and they put the roof on these places, you're gonna see that these properties start to evolve into some gorgeous floor plans. So this floor plan, like I said, is a 3-car garage. It's got your pavers throughout. On the driveway, you're gonna have a very spacious interior, a lot of beautiful finishes on the inside. So when I take you through this floor plan, you'll see the entranceway is gorgeous. You got the big grand entranceway, you got the double doors going in. You're gonna have the smart technology, beautiful finishes. You start looking at all these finishes that it has. Gorgeous setup, Grand kitchen, white cabinets. You can always add an additional cabinet to the top if you want to bring it up, add some different lighting on the top, put some glass cabinets up there for dishes, change out some of the stuff. You got the double oven over there. You got the cooktop, open concept, beautiful setup, different ways to design it. You have the tray ceiling. You can put a ceiling fan in here or a nice chandelier, however you choose. Your view's spectacular, overlooking the lake. You got sliders right here. You got sliders on the dining room table set up over here. Beautiful kitchen. You got sliders entering into the patio as well this way. When you're over here, you're looking at your den, which is a gorgeous layout, nice setup. You can always add a closet to this den because there's a huge double closet right there. You can add a door in here if you wanted to convert this to a bedroom, put a closet, then you have another bedroom, or use this as an office space. You got your laundry room, nice setup there. One of your spare bedrooms. Nice finishes. You're gonna have a split bath here, Nice little setup. You have another spare bedroom with a huge walk-in closet leading out to another bathroom here. Leads right out to your pool bath, which is a beautiful setup here. Gorgeous layout. Beautiful view. Spectacular. So when you're looking at some of this new construction stuff, what you want to look at is your lots. How do they lay out? Are they pie lots? Are they on a lake? Are they on a preserve? What are your must-haves? When you look at a new construction as well, you got your 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. You're going to have your roof warranty. You're going to have your HVAC warranty. You're going to have your structural warranties. You know, there's a lot of things you're not going to have to worry about. So when you're looking at new construction, you look at the incentives you're going to get. The interest rate buydowns on new construction or resales, you're going to get different incentives that we can go after, maybe 3 or 4% to closing costs, interest rate buydowns, and then all your warranties. So if you have any questions about these new construction properties, feel free to give me a call. Like I said, my link will be below. My number will be below. Go ahead and subscribe to my page. I'm always giving great information. If you need a contractor, if you need a contact, you need a painter, a plumber, a concrete guy, a flooring guy, feel free to reach out. I have all those resources available. If you're working with me, I'll be able to connect you with my resources and you'll get their cost. It's super, my guys are really good. They're super cheap, very fair on their price, and the quality it's beautiful. Their quality is up to par. So, you know, I vetted these guys. I've been using them for years. A lot of these guys I've used for over 10 years. So, you know, that tells you something right there if you're using the same guys over and over again. So if you have any questions, and you know, even if you're not utilizing me as your agent, I'll always help you. You know, if you have any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the next 9 or 90 days, shoot me their contact. I'd love to help them save excessively. I'd love them help them keep as much money in their pocket if they're planning on selling. You know, there's so many options, so many programs available a lot of people don't know about.